बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। बोले उमापति महादेव की जय। गजानंद स्वामी की जय। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वरापीडं नटवरवटु कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्रदवासः कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालां रन्ध्रान्धेन रद्धरसुधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दै वृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्राविशतीतकीर्तिः। नमः कमलना भाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षणे यो ब्रह्मानं दधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्गुरुदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। बोले गजानंद स्वामी की जय। आदरणीय पूजनीय पंडित जी, प्रिय सज्जनों, विप्र मंडली, भक्त समुदाय, महानुभाव, worship of Pandit ji, devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First let me say Radhe Radhe to each and every one, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to each and every one of you. Tonight we celebrate Ananta Chaturdashi. What's the significance of Ananta Chaturdashi? Who is Anant? And why we celebrate Ananta Chaturdashi? We'll get a little idea tonight. Katha. अनंत, ये अनंत नाम है, ये भगवान का एक नाम है। सत्यम अनंतम ज्ञानम ब्रह्म। This word Anant is also a name of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. The Vedas, Shri Krishna is referred to as Anant. Anant means infinite, jiska ant nahi, that which has no end, unlimited, infinite is Anant. तो भगवान श्री कृष्ण का जितनी शक्ति है, उनकी अनंत शक्ति है, और जितनी शक्ति है वो सब अनंत। मात्र Shri Krishna has uncountable powers. And every power that he has is also infinite. वैसे भगवान के पास 6 प्रमुख चीजें हैं। भगवान has 6 main things. Uncountable, but 6 main. नाम, रूप, गुण, लीला, धाम, संत। 6. Naam means name. Uncountable names. Anant Naam. Veda says Anant Naam Rupai. Is uncountable name, uncountable form. So second thing is Roop. It's forms. It's also uncountable. Gun, his virtues. Also uncountable, infinite. Leela, divine pastimes. Uncountable, infinite. Dham, his divine abodes. Infinite, uncountable. And Sant, saint, infinite. ये नहीं है कि अनंत भगवान है तो कोई सोचेंगे अनंत भगवान भी होगा. Some of them I think there's uncountable Bhagavan gods. We hear about 33 crore Devata. You would have heard this 33 crore. I told you last night, I think it was 1 crore is 10 million. Maybe night before, 10 million. The word crore is 10 million. So and 33 is 33. So multiply by 10 million is 330 million devatas, celestial beings. You would have heard about that. But this is celestial beings, those who live in a place called heaven. There is no uncount, there is only one Bhagavan. Eko deva sarva bhuteshu budha सर्वव्यापी सर्वभूतांतरात्मा कर्माध्यक्षः सर्वलोकाधिवासा साक्षी चेता केवलो निर्गुणश्च. Shvetashvatara chapter 6 verse 11. The Vedas say there's only one God, Ek Bhagwan, Eko Deva. But that one God has uncountable name, uncountable form, uncountable virtues, everything infinite. But one Bhagwan. There are uncountable souls in existence. Jeev. And Bhagwan sits in the heart of every being. One Bhagwan. Infinite forms sitting in the heart of every living being. Take a note. Shri Krishna says in Gita, Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddesheju na tishtati brahmaya sarva bhutani yantaruhani mayaya. Chapter 18 verse 61 Gita. God sits in the heart of every living being. That mantra I told you from Shvetashvatara Upanishad, the Vedas also say the same thing. Sarva bhutantaratma. He's the Sakshi, the witness. He's taken note every moment. He's the one who gives the inspiration. He gives the power. वो शक्ति देते हैं आँख देखने के लिए, कान सुनने, all the power for the eyes to see, the ears to hear, the nose to smell, the tongue to taste, the skin to touch, etc. All this power is given by Bhagwan. So then whatever we do, Bhagwan is doing. ऐसा कुछ सोच सकते, we can think लगा ना. Bhagwan gives the power to the mind to think. But what we think using that power of Bhagwan depends on us. Bhagwan is not responsible. Bhagavan says in Gita, Na datte kasichit. Niskudam vibhu. I am not responsible for the virtuous or evil actions of the individual soul. Chapter 5, verse 15. Na datte kasichit papa. I just sit in the heart, I take note, and I reward accordingly. Because God gives us free will. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetu bhurmate sangostva karmani. Chapter 2, verse 47, Gita. Bhagavan says, I give you the right to perform action, I give you free will. If He is the performer, then where is the free will? So, an example, a policeman is given a gun to protect himself. But if he takes the same gun and kills himself, the one who was given the gun to him is not responsible. Water is used by so many different people in so many different ways. All of us, some use it for drinking, for bathing, for washing, for swimming, for cooking, so many different things. And some even use it to kill themselves, commit suicide. The water is not responsible for all of the actions. In the same way, God gives His power to all for us to perform the action. What we do using that power of Bhagavan depends on us. And we have to bear the fruits. Bhagavan says, I give you free will. In chapter 2, verse 47, I give you the right to perform action, but I do not give you the right to enjoy the fruit, to decide which fruit you will get. Bhagavan says, I decide that. Why? Because if we were to decide the fruit, then we can do all the wrong action and decide I want all good fruits. Bhagavan says, no, I decide. I give the fruits accordingly, and Bhagavan is just. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priya. Chapter 9, verse 29, Gita, Shri Krishna says, neither is anyone dear to me, nor is anyone hateful. I look at all the same way, Samadarshi. I'm a Supreme Court judge. I don't take side, Pakshpat. I have no favoritism. The world, you have magistrate, big judge, and they make mistakes. They're not all knowing. Somebody can have a good lawyer, you have a lot of money, you can do the biggest wrong action and you have a good lawyer. And many times people have committed murder and they set free. And those who are innocent, false witness, and they are hanged. Because in the world, not everyone is not all-knowing, but in the case of Bhagavan, Bhagavan doesn't say, I want a witness. He himself is the witness. Oh, Pandit Chetram, I want you to come and be the witness. No. He is the witness, he is the lawyer, and he is the judge. So there can be no mistake. Anyhow, so that Bhagavan, one of his names is Anant. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Bhagavan is Anant. So we celebrate Anant Chaturdashi. We are celebrating this occasion of Bhagavan. This falls in the Shukla Paksh, the bright half of the moon in the month of Bhadrapada, which happens to be the same month we do Ganesh Utsav, and most time falls in the last day. So this festival, बहुत लोग व्रत वगैरह रखते हैं, people keep fast etc. and this beneficial. what is the main thing about this? We will hear. First, we will go to bhajan. Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Shyam Kanhaiya Murlidhar Gopala Ghanshyam Nand Ke Murlidhar Gopala Ghanshyam जगपालक रासुर चैया गोवर्धन गिरधारी जितने नाम के नटवर्धन सावर कृष्ण मोर मुकुट मन हरे बलिहारी दल वाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जय गोविंदा गोपाला मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला तू ही सागर में रंगा तू ही धरती पाता जल में नभ में और जगत में तेरी जय जयकार तू ही सागर में रंगा तू ही धरती पाता जल में नभ में और जगत में तेरे जय जयकार ये मंदिर में स्वामी तुलसी दिया मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जय गोविंदा गोपाला मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जिसका कोई नहीं इस जग में उसका रूप कन्हैया बंसी बजैया रास रचैया काली नागन जिसका कोई नहीं इस जग में उसका मीत कन्हैया बंसी बजैया रास रचैया काली नागन जैया राजा हो या दीन भिखारी सबको तुलत वाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जय गोविंदा गोपाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जय गोविंदा गोपाला मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला ओ मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। तो ये अनंत जो नाम है ये भगवान का भी एक नाम है। तो अनंत मतलब श्री कृष्ण। एक व्रत है अनंत पद्मनाभ व्रत। ये भगवान ने पांडवों जब 14 वर्ष में वनवास में थे तो भगवान ने कहा इस व्रत करने से बहुत लाभ होगा। So when we hear the word Anant, this is another name for Shri Krishna. So this Ananta Chaturdashi refers to Shri Krishna. The word Chaturdashi means 14. So normally when this worship is done, everything is used in 14 ways. 14. So refers to Bhagwan in Kshen Sagar. So normally a plank of wood is used with 14 strips, and it is divided by 40 with sindoor making 14 marks. There are 14 malpuri or panchamrit. This panchamrit, which represents Kshen Sagar, is placed on these 14 strips. There's a katori, a bowl, which is contained that panchamrit, which represents Kshen Sagar, as I said, and a tray with 40 nuts. Is symbolizing Lord Bhagwan Anant is tied to a cucumber and it is swirled 5 times in that using the mantra Om Ananta Sansar Mahasamudre Magnan Samadhyut Dharvasudeva Ananta Rupe Vinyojitatma Ananta Rupaya Namo Namaste. Literally, while the devotee is taking the thread tied to the cucumber and swirling 5 times in that bowl with the panchamrit, is saying this mantra that Hey Shri Krishna, I am drowning in this huge ocean of Maya, Mahasamudra. We all drown in this ocean of Maya. You're the only one. You have uncountable forms. You're the Supreme Lord of the universe. Please save me. Take me out of this Maya. Literally, basically. So, this is the basic idea of this puja that is done. A devotee, by performing this, worships Bhagwan with this mantra to become free from Maya. As I said, there's a fast Padmanabha Vrat. It's called Ananta Padmanabha Vrat. That if someone fasts on this day and repeats this mantra to Shri Krishna, Ananta Bhagwan, many things can come towards his way, fortune, etc. So, लेकिन ये सबसे प्रमुखता बात है अनंत चतुर्दशी में दान देना, दान करना. The most important thing in observing Ananta Chaturdashi is dan, charity. And we'll hear why it's so important. Dan is very important. एक बार सब भगवान का 3 संतान है, 3 संतान, 3 भाग में इतने अनंत संतान इसमें 3 भाग में कर दिया. क्योंकि माया के 3 गुण है, सत्व गुण, रजोगुण, तमोगुण. इसके अनुसार 3 संतान हो गए. As I told you, Bhagwan has uncountable children. Amitasya vai. Every living being is a child of God. वो हमारा माता पिता है. Our true mother and father, our true every relation is with Bhagwan. So, Amitasya vai putraha, Veda says, every living being is a child of God. So his uncountable children, this uncountable children is divided into 3 sections. Why? Because Maya has 3 qualities. We've heard about something called Maya, Ajam, Ekam, Lohit, Shukla, Krishna, Bhavi, Praja, Shrijamanam, Surupa, Ajo, Heko, Jushamanu, Shete, Jahatinam, Bhukta, Bhogam, Ajo, Shvita, Sutro, Upanishad, chapter 4, verse 5. The Vedas say Maya has 3 colors, 3 rang. White color Maya, red color Maya, black color Maya. This red, this white, red and black means 3 qualities, 3 good. So Maya has 3 qualities. White represents Sattva Guni Maya. Red represents Rajo Guni Maya. Black represents Tamo Guni Maya. So because Maya has 3 qualities, all these uncountable children of God is divided into 3 sections. Those who are sattvic in nature, they are called devatas. Anna Maya still, but they are sattvic, the mode of goodness. Sattva gun means mode of goodness. We call those beings devatas. Rajagun is there, Tamogun is also there, but very small. The predominant quality in the devatas is Sattva Guna. So those beings that are predominantly Sattva Gun, we call them Devatas, celestial beings. As I mentioned, 33 crore, 330 million. So there can be more. This is number used. Those beings that are predominantly Rajogun, Devatas also do wrong things. Indra, how many wrong things? There's a famous katha in the Ramayana where Indra took the form of a rishi known as Gautama Muni and spoiled the chastity of his wife Ahilya. And then Gautama Muni gave a shrap to Indra as well as Ahilya that she became stone. And she was only relieved when Bhagwan came to Sri Ram and touched her with his lotus feet. So, but predominantly Sattva. Now, those beings that are predominantly Rajogun, the mode of passion, ambition, hopefulness, that's called Rajogun. Sattva is there. At times, there's high and noble thoughts also. To pray to God, to do bhakti, to do devotion, to chant the name of God. And at times, the very bad, Tamogun is there to kill. Drink meat, drink alcohol, eat meat. Fight and kill, quarrel, cause hurt to others, harm to others. That quality is called Tamogun. There's also human beings do that. But they are predominantly Rajogun. Those are called human beings, we people. Those children of God is called human beings. And those that are predominantly Tamogun. Sattva is very, very small. It's there also. All the 3 beings, they have the 3 qualities. But predominantly Tamogun. Rajogun is there, Sattva sometimes very rare, but they can live some good thought can come sometimes. But predominantly Tamogun, evil, wicked, causing harm, violent. They are called Rakshas, demonic beings. All these are children of Bhagwan. The soul rotates in all these 3 forms. The same soul that is in this human body can one day be a Devata. Uncountable times we have been Devatas. Can one day be a Rakshas. Uncountable times we have been Rakshas. Uncountable times we have been in the form of every living being. Every form. In In the Ramayana, Bhagwan Shri Ram says, the residents of Ayodhya, लाख 84 योनि भ्रमत यह जीव अविनाशी. Bhagwan Shri Ram said to the residents of Ayodhya, there are 8.4 million forms of life. आकर 4 लाख 84 लाख. 84 means 84. A lakh is 100,000. So 8.4 million forms. And the soul is Avinashi, indestructible, immortal, eternal, but it keeps rotating in this 8.4 million forms of life according to its action. So the same soul that is in us has been in the form of Rakshas uncountable time. In the form of every animal you can think about, dog, cat, donkey, worm, every animal, tree, grass, and also Devata, uncountable time. Anyhow, once the leaders of this tree section of children of Bhagwan, the leaders, the topmost amongst them, went before Brahma. Brahma जो सृष्टि करता है, भगवान ने ब्रह्मा को आज्ञा दिया. जब भगवान की नाभि से प्रकट हो गए कमल के फूल में, तो भगवान ने ब्रह्मा को आज्ञा दी सृष्टि करो. Brahma was born from the navel of Bhagwan. A lotus flower came out and Brahma was born. And then he got the instruction from Bhagwan to do creation. So Brahma is the father of all beings. He created the world, he created all the beings. So these 3 beings went to Brahma and they said, O creator of the entire universe, we are all your children. Please give us some instruction. कुछ सिखाइए, tell us something good that will help us. तो ब्रह्मा ने सब ओ देखकर ये बोला, दा दा दा, ऐसे बोल के चले गए वहां से, अंतर्धान हो गई. When they asked Brahma to please give us some instruction, Brahma looked at all 3 of them and he said, da da da. That's all he said. And he disappeared from him. अब ये तीनों ने सोचने लगे कि ये दा क्या मतलब है. All the 3 now they are thinking, the leaders, what is the meaning of this da? तो सभी अपने गुरु के पास गए. राक्षसों के गुरु है शुक्राचार्य, देवताओं के गुरु है बृहस्पति, और जो मनुष्य है उनके अपने अपने गुरु है. तो सब अपने गुरु के पास गए. Everyone, now they didn't understand what this da means, so they decided to go to the guru. Guru is the one who gives us knowledge, who knows we don't know anything. So the Rakshas, they went to their guru is Shukracharya. The Devatas went to their guru is Brihaspati. And human beings have their own guru also. So they went. The Devatas went to Brihaspati और बृहस्पति से पूछा कि हम लोग वहां गए थे ब्रह्मा के पास और ब्रह्मा ने बस यही कहा दा, तो ये दा क्या होती? The Devatas went to their Guru Brihaspati and said, "Hey Guruji, we went to Brahma, the Creator, and we asked him to tell us some, give us some teaching, and all he said was da. What does the meaning of this da?" So Brihaspati said to them, "Look, ये स्वर्ग में बहुत अर्श ऐश्वर्य है. In this place called heaven that you all live, there's immense luxuries and comfort, material, not divine, but immense. The comfort and luxury that we enjoy in this world multiplied millions of times is what you will find in Swarg. It's still material. So because of that, you have become very greedy. The more you get, the more you want. न जातु कामः कामान् उपभोगेन शाम्यति अविश्य कृष्णवद्मेव भूय एवाभिवर्धते. Bhagavad Mahapuran, 9th canto, 19th chapter, 14th verse. You know, we think that if I were to get, I want money, but if I would just win the lotto a few million, I'll be fine. I wouldn't want any more money again. I want to have this kind of moruka. If I get it, I want any more moruka again. Is that so? Somebody wins the lotto, he wins the lotto a few million. You ask him, are you happy now? Nah, I want a few more million. Desires keeps increasing. The Bhagavad is saying, satisfying the worldly desire is like pouring ghee in fire. You know, you do Havan? Indraya Namaha Swaha, Agnaya Namaha Swaha, Bhave Namaha Swaha. When you pour that ghee, the clarified butter in the fire, what happens? Temporarily, the fire goes down. And then what happens? It gets bigger. So when we satisfy our desire in the world, temporarily, you feel like eating ice cream. So you eat a whole tub of ice cream. Now I want no more ice cream. Right now. Tomorrow I want more ice cream. So temporarily the desire is fulfilled, but it only increases. It leads to greed, which is ever increasing and insatiable. So you have become, you have to practice. In your case, da means dam. Dam means indriya par nigraha. Try to control the senses, your desires. क्योंकि ये पुण्य खत्म होने के बाद फिर आपको नीचे जाना पड़ेगा. अच्छा कर्म नहीं करेंगे तो फल मिलेगा. Because after enjoying the fruits of the good actions you perform to come to heaven, you will have to go back and suffer in the world. Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punye martyalokam vishanti evam tai dharmanupana gadagatam kama kamala bhante. Chapter 9 verse 21 Gita. Shri Krishna says when you perform punya, there's something called punya, spiritual merits. When you do good deeds, good actions, you perform yajna, etc. according to the Vedas, you acquire something called punya, spiritual merits, which will give you heaven, swarg. Which heaven you will go to and how long you will spend. But when you go there and you start enjoying the vast pleasures of heaven, what happens? Kshine punya. That punya starts destroying as you enjoy, and one day is going to finish. And when that karma becomes zero, what will happen? Martyalokam vishanti, you'll be thrown out of heaven. The Vedas say, Ishta bhutam manyamana varishtham nanya cheyo vedayante brahmudha nakasya prishtete sukutena bhutivam lokamitanam va vishanti. Mundaka Upanishad, first Mundaka, second contentment. That after enjoying heaven, you'll be thrown to lower forms of life. Indram va vishanti. So the people who want to go to heaven, they're not only ordinary fools, but the greatest fool. Bhagwan Sri Ram says in the Ramayana, भगवान श्री राम अयोध्या वासियों से कहते ही से टू द residents of अयोध्या, यही तन कर फल विषय न भाई, स्वर्ग स्वल्प अंत दुखदाई. Hey, this human body is very valuable. Devatas are begging and praying for it. It wasn't given to you to enjoy sensual pleasures. Vishaya na bhai, not to even go to heaven. Why? Swargahu swalp. Swalp means very small, non-existent, because there's no true happiness in heaven. And having gone there, what will happen? Anta dukkhdai. After going to heaven, you're going to suffer. Dukh. You'll be thrown to lower forms of life. So, eventually you'll have to go back there. So the Brihaspati is saying, control. Dam. So Brahma, when he said da, he meant you should control. Ab Rakshaso ne gaye Shukracharya ke paas. The Rakshas, the demonic souls, they went to their Guru, Shukracharya. And they also said, Guruji, we went to Brahma, and all he said, we asked for some teaching, and all he said was da. Ye kya matlab? What's the meaning of this da? So Shukracharya said, Dekho, you people are tamasic in nature. All you do is violence. Causing harm to others, pain, vicious. And the scriptures tell us, पर पीड़ा सम नहीं अधमाई. पर पीड़ा, to hurt others, to cause hurt to others. There's no greater sin than causing hurt to others. Par pira sam nahi adhamai. The greatest sin is to cause hurt to others. And you are doing that. Therefore, you should be compassionate. Daya. So your da means daya. Practice compassion. Try to be compassionate. One day you're going to finish this path of being, nothing is forever, not even being a Rakshasa. The soul has to go for some time, and you will finish this. So whatever you practice is going to help you afterwards. So practice daya. Try to be compassionate to others. This is the instruction given. He just looked at you and said da, but there's a big meaning in this da. It meant to be compassionate. दया. अब मनुष्य ने अपने गुरु के पास भी गए. The human beings went to their guru also. और कहा कि हे गुरुजी, हम ब्रह्मा के पास गए और ब्रह्मा से एक मांगा थे, कुछ सीख दीजिए. तो ब्रह्मा ने हमारे वो देखकर बस दा. ये दा का क्या मतलब? The human beings went to their guru and they said, Guruji, we went to Brahma and we asked for some teaching, some lesson, and all he said was da. What's the meaning of his da? So The guru of the human being said, Da, in your case, means, in human beings, Da. Da. That you have to do charity. Why? Our greatest attachment in this material world is for money. The greatest attachment is money. Material wealth. Why? Because with money you can get all the things of the world. Whatever you want, money can buy it in the material world. So our greatest attachment, because we are looking for happiness in the world. We think a motor car can make us happy, this kind of house can make us happy, this kind of bed, this kind of food, this kind of luxury. And that can be acquired through money. So because this decision is in our mind very firm, that we will find happiness in the world, we have gotten everything in the world, we have never found happiness, but the decision is very firm in the mind. Because of ignorance, identifying with the body, haven't forgotten that we are the soul, the Atma. Identifying with the body, we are looking, we have been searching for happiness from beginningless time, where it cannot be found in the material world. And because money is the thing that will bring everything in the material world, our greatest attachment is for material wealth. If you look at rich people all over the world, they are continuously fighting, going in court and fighting to acquire more and more wealth. They want more and more. Brothers, you've heard about people in India called Mukesh Ambani, etc. Two brothers are in court. You can share the wealth? No. Everybody wants more. So, this brings more, and they want more, and they want more. And what happens when you get more? The Ramayana says, Prabhuta means something in the world in excess, big amount, a little more, position, money, physical beauty, strength, etc. This is Prabhuta. The Ramayana is saying there never was, nor is, nor will there be such a person in the world who have acquired something extra, materially, wealth, position, beauty, etc., and has not become arrogant. It brings arrogance, abhiman. And this is very, very dangerous. Look at people who have naturally a lot of wealth, etc. They start thinking themselves like they are small gods. Beautiful bhajan. मत कर तू अभिमान रे बंदे, झूठी तेरी शान रे, मत कर तू मत कर तू अभिमान Don't have this pride. You have something more than another person. Whether it's wealth, position. Why not be proud about this? It's here today, and tomorrow is gone. Today you could be very powerful, strong. One little sickness, and all the strength is gone. Today you could be a billionaire. Tomorrow, all the money that you brought, the stock market crash, and everything is gone to zero. Lots have come to you like you in this world. And they have left, they have had to go. The most they got was a coffin, 6 feet. What they did, even after a while, you forget their name even. Don't have pride for this. Everything that we think is so valuable in this world is false. In other words, non-lasting. This Maya, we get engrossed in this Maya, we start ownership. My house, my motor car, my this, my that. It's Maya. This is all false, but yeah, nothing belongs to us. Nothing belongs, everything belongs to Bhagwan, it stays right. The only true thing we have, Jo Hari Naam Gun Gaye. When we take the name of Bhagwan, we sing His praises. So Japale Hari Naam, chant the name of the Lord. That's the only thing will go with us when we leave. Everything else has to stay here. devotee says, Bhaiya, you have Veere Moti. Veere means diamond. Moti means pearls, etc. In other words, you have immense wealth materially. And you're very proud about that. The मेरे मन में मंदिर के ज्योति. In my mind, in my heart, I have Bhagwan who sits in my heart. The love for Bhagwan and Bhakti. So धनवान कौन है? Who is a really rich person? The one who has material wealth or the one who has spiritual wealth? The one who has spiritual wealth. तेरे पास है हीरे मोती, मेरे मुंह तेरे मोती, तेरे पास है हीरे मोती, मेरे मन मंदिर में ज्योति, और हुआ धनवान ज्योति तेरी बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. तो don't be proud about all this. अब देखो भगवान ने हमको कितना दिया, मुफ्त में, free. Bhagwan has given so much to us, free. The sun, we don't pay for the sun. Anybody pays for the sun? The rain, we don't pay for the rain. We get too much sometimes. The wind, no one prays for the wind. All is free. This body we have, the most valuable thing. Did we pay for it? Huh? The most valuable thing we have. Bhagwan says in the Ramayana. Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying it is the greatest fortune for the soul that acquires birth in the human form. Devtas are praying, Sur, Devtas. Sur means Devtas. They are praying and begging and they can't. And how do we get it? Kabahu kari karuna naradehi dete isha binu hetu sani. We don't do anything to get human birth. It's only out of the causeless mercy of Bhagwan. who loves the individual soul without self-interest. He gives us a chance after a long, long time. कुछ एक का मौका देते, He gives a chance to us out of His causeless mercy. All of them got it free. तो भगवान ने कहा भाई हमको कुछ देना है. इसके I have given so much things free to you. You have to give me back something little bit. You owe so much to me. Besides that, we are committing murder every moment. Murder? I'm not killing anybody. You eat bora, baigan, tomato, cabbage, all these things. Yeah, I eat it. That also has life. The soul, I told you, rotates in 8.4 million forms of life. That also has a soul. The water we drink, the air we breathe, they're tiny microscopic creatures. They're all a soul. So to pay for that, Bhagavan says, Hame, you have to give, kuch dena hai, we have to give something in return. What is that? Dhan. How much? According to Manu Smriti and other scriptures, we have to give 10%, dashansh. We have to give 10% of our earning in charity. Dashansh dena. Charity is very important. Look, not much time, but it's very important. I have to go a little bit extra tonight. Originally, Dharma has 4 principles. Char, pai, pad, khare. Dharma has 4 principles on which it stands. Char pad. Satya, truthfulness. Daya, compassion. Shout, purity. Not taking a bath. Taking a bath also. But more important, inner purity. Pure thoughts, Shuddha vichar, and Dan, this 4. In Satyug, Tretayug, and even up to Dwapar to an extent, all 4 existed. In Kalyug, no happen. Dharma originally has 4 principles. Char, I told you. So, Pragatachari par dharma ke lekin Kalimala ek pradhan hai. Kalyug only one remains. Dan, charity. There is no truthfulness. There is no compassion. And there is no purity, especially in thought. Only Dan. To ye na ke na vididine dan kare kalyan. The only dharma can save us in Kalyug is given dan, charity. Manuji Maharaj says in Manu Smriti, Dan mekam kalau yuge. Only one dharma remains in Kalyug. He is a lawmaker, Manuji Maharaj. He says only dan, charity. We have to do dan. We have to give dan, charity. Look how much truly belongs to us. हमारे हकदार कितना है? Bhagavad Mahapuran, this question was posed by Yudhishthir to Naraji, the great Muni Naraji. Naraji, Yudhishthir is asking about a householder. how a house owner should live, and what he should do, and the rules to govern. Very beautiful. 7 Canto, 14 chapter. Naraji is teaching. And he says in the 8th verse, Yavat bhreta jatharam tavat sattvam hidehinam adhikam yobhiman sastena dandam arhati. 7 Canto, 14 chapter, 8 verse. Bhagavad Mahapurana. Yavat bhreta jatharam. That which is necessary to upkeep ourselves and your family. To that extent also. Mostly is talking about yourself, but your family, let's include that. That amount is rightfully yours. The person who strives to get more than that and hoards, he is, according to Bhagavad, sustainer. Sustainer means he's a thief, chor hai. He's stealing from the spiritual government from Bhagavan. And he's going to get dande namarhati, double punishment. You have extra, do dan, do charity. That's what we get wealth from. Jab hum daan karte hai, where do you think we get wealth from? When we give daan, that multiplies and comes back to us in the next life as well. When you do not give daan, charity, listen carefully. The punishment for not giving daan, charity, daridata. Besides having to go to hell, etc., because you did not fulfill a debt we owe to Bhagavan, a great debt, you'll go to hell, etc. When you're born again in human form, you'll be born very poor. And we wonder sometimes that fellow working hard, so much he's doing, but cannot have anything. We look at people who are so poor, some are so rich. The guy who is very rich, he did not do anything naturally because he gave daan in the past life. Maybe he's not utilizing it properly right now. He'll get the fruit of that. There's no injustice. Do not look at others and think, oh, Bhagwan is so unjust, he gave him so much and he didn't give me anything. You never want to give, how are you going to get? People curse Bhagwan, they curse God. I had only one child, Bhagwan killed him, and my neighbor had 9, now we have a 10 one. What kind of Bhagwan is this? You see, we don't understand everything. वो कर्म प्रधान आयु कर्म च वित्तम च विद्या निधनम एव च पन्यतान सृजन्ति कर्मस्तस्यैव देहिना. Hitopadesh. The scripture says, आयु, duration of life, how long you live, karma, what kind of interest you will have, what you want to be, what you want to do. With how much wealth will come easily because you give, how much will come or not come. Vidya, how much knowledge will come easily. Dhanameva, the moment we die and how we will die is determined the moment the child is conceived in the womb. And no one can change that. We make you see this thing we call bhagya, destiny? We blame everybody, blame all, some stars go in trouble and they're giving me trouble. No stars are giving nobody trouble. We give ourselves trouble. Bhagavan says, Bhaiya, I give you free will, no? Karmanivadhikaraste, I give you free will, do whatever you want. Why don't you do the right thing? You do all the wrong things and now you expect to get good things. Well, I can't remember. It's a good thing we can't remember. It's the great grace of Bhagavan. If everybody were to remember, you know what will happen? This is my house, this is my motor car, this is my banglalas. People wonder sometimes, how come I don't? Very few people remember. Their cases has been recorded. People can remember. I was in a very far country and I belong, this was my parent, and they can describe everything in detail. It's been recorded. But mostly we don't. This is the grace of Bhagavan. Because there's a big fight. Already have so much fight. Forget about Mahabharata. So whatever happens to us is a consequence of our own action. We make destiny. We are the creator of our destiny. It doesn't fall from the sky, bhaiya. हम बनाते हैं. We are the maker of our destiny. Our actions in this life is called purusharth. This जीवन में जो हम करते हैं, in this life, next life, it becomes known as bhagya, predestination. The actions you perform out of the purva janma kritam karma tad devamiti kathyate. The scriptures tell us very clearly. The actions I perform in my past life, out of the free will that God has given to me, that is what becomes my destiny in the next life. You understand this thing, then you don't have any problem. If everything is bad, it means I did all the wrong things. I did a lot of wrong things. But now I can do good things. If I want my destiny to be good, then do the right thing. This is now. When we have the power to make Bhagwan our slave, Nirapeksham unimshantam niravayanam samadarshanam anuprajameham nityam puyatam khirenu. Bhagavad Mahapuran 11 Canto 14 chapter 16 verse, Bhagwan says, I become a slave to those who worship, who love me. We have the power to make Bhagwan our slave, then what can we not do? Don't just sit down and destiny. We make it. You want good destiny, then do the kind of action that will give you a good destiny. You want to do whatever comes in the mind, then you have to enjoy it accordingly. So we can't blame anyone, anything. So that extra, take it, do daan, do charity. You will get, the more you give, the more you will get. This is a law, this is the fact. You never lose. You can't lose. But ek niyam hai. Even though we have to give, we have to be careful. Even here, Pragatachari par dharma ke kalimal ek pradhan. Ye na ke na vidhi. Vidhi means there's a rule how to give and where to give. Yes, you have to give daan, but you have to be careful. Datavyamiti yaddanam. Diyate upakarine. Deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smitam. Chapter 17 verse 20 Gita. According to the Patra, Patra means vessel. Where you give the daan, the person you give that charity to, who you give it, how you use it, that's how you're going to get the fruit. Accordingly. Let's suppose you give a daan, you decide to give charity and you give it to a wrong person. That same daan can cause great harm to you. The daan can take us to heaven, so the daan can take us to Bhagavan, and the same daan can take you to hell also, if given in the wrong places. Yes, we have to give, but you have to be careful. If given in a tamasic patra, if you give it to a tamasic person or use it in a tamasic way, that person, you give a daan to a person and he drinks alcohol and he goes and kills somebody, then part of the sin is yours. You give it in a rajasic vessel, the rajasic person, use it for gambling, for doing something, then you also get part of it. You give it to a sattvic person, they use it for good things, you go to heaven. And there's one beyond that. So this is gun, teen gun. There's a nirgun path. Nirgun path, Hari Puri. When we give it to saint and God, we use it towards a saint or towards Bhagavan, that gives divine fruits. To path ke anusar, according to the vessel, we'll get the fruit. Yes, we have to give down. So in this Ananta Chaturdashi, whatever we do spiritually, It multiplies uncountable times. Daan comes in many different ways. Daan is not only money. Tan, man, dhan. Physically. Clean in the mandir, doing the physical work. Clean and taking care of Bhagwan's place of worship. Or sex. So tan. You mean I don't have wealth, you can do tan. Oh, I am very old, I have a very sick body, I can't do anything. And I don't have money to tan nahi, to man hai. You have man. Everybody has a mind. Use the mind to worship Bhagwan, to sing His glories, to think lovingly about Bhagwan. Everybody can do it. And whatever you do, it multiplies infinitely, especially on the day of Ananta Chaturdashi. This is the most significant thing in this day of Ananta Chaturdashi. You do wrong thing, that also will get multiplied infinite times. Everything gets multiplied. So we have to be very careful. So this is the most significant part. As I said, there are other things also, but this is the most significant thing. So I wanted to bring that lesson. It took a little extra time, but this is important for us to understand the importance, especially in this occasion of Ananta Chaturdashi. The rest we hear some other time. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.